everyone. My name is Brittany, and I am newly pregnant. I conceived on December 20th or the 21st. I'm not really sure which one. And our due date is September 13th of 2015. My husband and I tried for, I would say, 9 months before we even had any success, which was kind of awesome because we are big on our faith, and the one thing that kind of surprised us was we had been praying for a very long time, and nothing had happened yet. So at the beginning of the month of December, we decided to pray even harder, and I kept saying, "Dear God, this is what I want more than anything," and it would be the best Christmas present that I could ever receive. And so I even told him I'd take it late, and which is exactly what happened, which was awesome. So I found out on my parents' anniversary, which was January 2nd. My husband was at his dad's house in Mansfield. So I actually went to the store to buy a glass of wine because I'm a wine freak, but I decided, okay, I should probably buy the pregnancy test just to make sure before I down this entire bottle of wine. So I'm sitting and I'm doing this pregnancy test, and I'm like, okay, it's not going to show up. I don't feel pregnant. I'm not having any symptoms whatsoever. My period is due tomorrow, and I'm having cramping, so I'm assuming it's just coming. So I'm sitting and I'm like watching this line go across. I'm like, yeah, it's negative. And as soon as the control line appeared, I started to see this line. I'm like, no way, oh my gosh, no way. And like I immediately just burst down into tears, which was really crazy because I was not expecting it at all. So I called my husband, and I was screaming. I said, oh my gosh, we're pregnant. And I'm bawling at the same time. So, I mean, he could barely hear me. So I said, you need to come home. I'm pregnant. He's like, well, I'm so glad, honey. This is so awesome. But he actually didn't end up coming home until the next day because it was also his dad's birthday. So I actually went over to my parents' house and I told them, which was very nice. So as of today, I'm sorry, I'm like just going right into it. As of today, I am 5 weeks and 5 days pregnant. And I am very anxious, as well as a lot of other women, I'm sure, have a lot of anxiety. Getting through these first 12 weeks are actually really scary. I'm not sure what to expect. I'm not really having any symptoms whatsoever. No nausea, not really anything. The only symptom that I've had, and it comes and goes, is tender breasts. Like I say, it comes and goes, so I'm not counting myself out yet of all these symptoms because I'm sure they'll eventually come. But right now I'm counting myself as lucky because I'm not having any of these symptoms. And I wanted to share with you a little bit of my situation that I'm going through right now, which really isn't a big deal, but to me it was. My first week I had a little bit of spotting, and along with the spotting, I had, it was a brown discharge. Anytime that I'd have a bowel movement, I would spot, so it made me very nervous. I called my OB, and they decided to bring me in. So I got there, and it was very discouraging, I guess. My first appointment was okay, and I got to see the gestational sac, which was kind of cool. I saw that, and they sent me on my way. Said, the only thing that you have to look out for is if you're bleeding through a pad every, I think it was like 2 hours or something like that. And my bleeding was nowhere near that, so that was a good thing and a blessing. And so I had scheduled another OB appointment, my very first one, so that I could figure out the do's and don'ts and what I should and shouldn't eat. So we scheduled that appointment, and it was for, I believe it was Friday. So I went on Wednesday for the first one, and the second one for my very first OB appointment was Friday. And I went in for this appointment, and this is the one that really, like, irked me and made me a little bit more worried than I really should be. I go in, and the nurse takes me back, and she's like, well, what are you here for? And I said, well, my first OB appointment. She goes, well, you're scheduled to see the doctor, and the doctor doesn't do first OB appointments. And I'm like, okay, well, is it that big of a deal? Like, can she just see me? So she said, well, I'll see what we can do, since I had driven like 35 minutes just to get there. And so we got there, and she took me back. The doctor ended up coming in, and she was asking, how's your spotting going? And I said, it's going fine. I've not really had much since that initial spotting event that I had. And she went on to say, we're going to redraw your blood, because I had my HCG levels drawn on Wednesday. And she said, well, we're going to draw your levels again, and just to make sure that they're doubling. And I said, okay. And I said, I really need to know, like, what things I shouldn't and should be eating, and what I should and shouldn't be doing. And she proceeded to say, well, we don't really want to go into the do's and don'ts and everything like that, and then come back your blood tests and something's happened. And to me, that was very discouraging, because all of us pregnant women know the things that can happen with miscarriages and everything like that. But yeah, we don't need to be reminded, because these first 12 weeks are very discouraging. We need hope, and we need positivity. And for me, that was just, I'm already a worrywart, so it made things 10 times worse for me. So not only was this on a Friday, I had to wait all weekend with all this worry, just to make sure that, like, my baby was fine and everything was doubling, and it really stressed me out. My husband had to keep me calm all weekend. So come Monday, my levels had more than doubled in a 48-hour period, which was awesome. But I'm still in that worry stage, because I'm not having any symptoms at all. And I mean, everyone worries, I guess, during this first trimester. So I guess my first ultrasound is January 26th. So I'm just kind of counting down the days until I get to see the little nugget. So we're just praying that we not hear, because we're not going to be able to hear it. We're praying that we are able to see a beautiful little starting creation and a healthy heartbeat, which would be amazing. So with all the other women, I'm praying for you in healthy pregnancies, as well as for myself and my husband. I'm excited to share this journey with everybody, so I guess I'll just show you my first belly shot ever. And since it's closer to the 6-week mark, I guess I'll just say it's like my 6 weeks one. So I guess here we go. I'm a little bloated, so yeah, don't pay attention to that. It's kind of disgusting, but it's kind of cute. So okay, hold on. Okay, so I've already got a little bit of a pooch anyways, but I mean, you can kind of see it. There's from the side, which, like I said, is like majority of bloating. And then from the front. I can't wait till it grows. Okay, it was nice talking with everybody. Bye.